Women from across the world have gathered here for the UN 68th session of the Commission on the Status of Women. Speaking at the high-level discussion, Social Development Minister Lindiwe Zulu told delegates that financial investments are critical to address the lack of education, lack of economic opportunities, and tackling gender-based violence and femicide.
Our approach to eliminate gender-based violence, including femicide, is articulated in the country's National Strategic Plan for Ending GBVF, and this is premised on building the economic resilience of women to be able to live vulnerable situations.
But NGOs and civil society organizations claim that not enough is being done. Joy Lang from Cape Town represents the National Shelter Movement of South Africa. She says funding for women's issues and for the fight against GBV remains largely inadequate.
The sad reality in our context is that within in our provinces, there's also a disparity with the provincial governments in terms of what they allocate to victim empowerment programs. When you look at a woman who is a survivor of GBV and she goes into a Western Cape shelter, the services and the quality of the services is higher because the funding that the shelter is allocated is higher as opposed to a shelter in the Eastern Cape or in Limpopo for that matter.
But despite this, Lang and her delegation believe that gatherings like this one are crucial if the world's to effectively deal with the plight of women.
It's critical that we come together in these spaces so that we can place those issues on the agendas, but more importantly also learn from one another. And I think that is where we can slowly but surely also move forward.
The rate of violence against women and girls in South Africa is amongst the highest in the world, and the South African delegation here in New York is hoping they can draw from the expertise here to fight this scourge back home. Jody Jacobs, ENCA, at the United Nations in New York.